Good afternoon, Dr. Trinh. Thank you for being with us today. Today we're going to talk about gut health and the microbiome. And I will ask you to explain what that really means to us lay people. But first of all, I'd like to ask, a little bit about you. Can you tell us a little bit about you, please?
Definitely. Thank you so much for inviting me to come chat today with you. I'm Dr. Trinh, guys, and I am an internist who have been in practice for around 20 years now in clinical practice and in research, in the field of clinical research as well. I ran across in my studies and in the research that we have evaluated over the years, we are beginning to realize a strong connection between the health of your gut and the health of your body in general, including your brain. Over the last few years, more studies have started to be published correlating the what we call the microbiome. The microbiome is basically the microbes, bacteria, viruses, fungi that live in our body, especially in our gut, and its correlation with that to the rest of our health. Did you know that there are specific makeup of our gut microbiome that is correlated with Alzheimer's? Did you know that we have tied gut health to conditions such as depression, autism, and even diabetes? And it's crazy to think about that, how it's all connected. But when we have a chance to spend a lot more time on this, I want to show you the research that's been done. And I also want to discuss with you what we can do to improve our gut health. And that can be done with our lifestyle, with nutrition, with diet, and then with avoiding other things that may damage gut health and may damage the microbiome makeup of our gut. You may or may not realize we have both bad bacteria and good bacteria that lives with us. And the bacteria that lives with us, they play a role in they have a function and a purpose. God created bacteria for a reason, and when we have a lot of the good ones rather than the bad ones, they help us to keep healthy. And it's something I would love to chat more with you in a full lecture when that comes and we have a time to go over all that details.
So, why do you think that it causes diabetes and other inflammatory diseases? Tell us a little bit more about the gut health and the microbiome in relationship to diabetes, for example.
Definitely. So what's interesting is that the good bacteria that lives in your gut serves several purposes. So they're not just hanging around saying, I'm a good bacteria and I'm just hanging around. They actually serve several purposes. One of the purposes they serve is to produce certain vitamins. Vitamin B12 is one, right? So there are a number of vitamins that require the presence of good bacteria. The other things that good bacteria does is that it helps to break down toxins. So when we mess up the ratio of good bacteria and bad bacteria, then our body doesn't function well because the good bacteria is required for these functions. Another purpose of good bacteria is to help maintain the barrier and the lining of our gut. The gut lining barrier is another function of good bacteria. And it helps to moderate and regulate our immune system. So it's pretty crazy when you think about it, that our gut is so connected to everything else in our body. including immune regulation, production of vitamins, breaking down toxins, brain health. And that's why the health of our gut is so important, because it affects everything else with that.
Well,
Yeah.
thank you very much, Dr. Trinh. You're a wealth of information, and I would love to talk with you some more about in a longer session to learn more about the gut and how it affects our lives. Thank you.